Melissa, I want a divorce.
Huh? What's wrong with you, Ben? What are you talking about? You're gone for 3 days and then you finally contact me today. Wow, that was fast.
Not fast enough. I wanted to be Ben's wife for so long, and that day has finally come. I'm ecstatic. Boy, oh boy, you don't know how happy I am. This is a dream come true for me.
I'm actually grateful. There was no need to take this to court. That would have been a complete hassle, to be honest.
Huh? Court?
I refused when we had to go to court. It would have taken time and money. It would have been one big hassle. But just my luck. You guys started to see each other behind my back, and eventually Ben came to me begging for a divorce. Man. After that conversation, I thought that was the end of it, but the next day, my sister and my parents came barging into my office demanding to see me. Fortunately, I was not there. I retired from that company years ago. That was my old place of employment, but they still accused the receptionist of lying and insisted that she bring me out. They continued in this vein for hours until the police were eventually called. A relative was finally located and had to come to the police station to bail them out. They reluctantly returned to this relative's small farmhouse in the countryside. The relative's house is quite a distance away, so I will probably never see them again. As for Ben, he talked his way into a friend's place for a few nights, which apparently turned into a few weeks. On top of that, his friend borrowed money in his name and, one day, just up and disappeared, leaving him holding the bag. Well, he ended up being in debt to some scary people. I hear he's working his butt off at one of their warehouses somewhere. Not a very promising environment to be in. I would hate to be in his shoes. He's still young. Maybe he'll make it out alive.
This is Freya's number, right? My name's Beth.
Beth? I'm not sure I know a Beth.
Yes, Beth.
I don't mean to be rude, but who are you? And why are you messaging me out of the blue like this?
Huh? You really don't know who I am?
There's no Beth among my friends or colleagues, so yes, I can only conclude I don't know you.
Are you serious? You don't know me? Did you hit your head or something?
Must you insist on not telling me who you are? We'll never get anywhere like this.
Oh, you speak like a nerd.
I don't mind if I sound like a nerd one bit. If you refuse to get to the point, we have nothing further to discuss.
No, wait. Fine, I'll get to the point. You gave birth to Zach's baby, right? I saw it on Facebook.
You know my page?
I tracked you down by looking through Zach and his friends' lists.
I see.
Anyway, a nice job on the birth. You did great. I'll be coming to collect Zach and his son now.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Which part did you not get?
It's only natural to request elucidation when presented with such an outlandish statement, is it not? Why would I hand over my husband and son to some stranger messaging me out of the blue?
You're the stranger here.
I don't follow.
Don't get me wrong. Do appreciate you giving birth to Zach's son for me, but I'll be taking them now.
What? Why would I give you my newborn baby and husband? They have nothing to do with you, and you're making no sense.
It's not going into that thick skull of yours, is it? The baby's been born now, so you outlived your use. Thanks for that. But I'll be taking over from here. We don't need you anymore. You're fired. Make this easy on yourself. Just hand over Zach and the baby and get out of the house.
Are you insane?
You still don't get it? I think you might actually be lacking in brain cells.
I'm pretty sure that's my line. What the heck do you think gives you the right to demand I give you my newborn baby and husband?
Isn't it obvious? I'm his real wife.
What?
I can't have kids on my own, but you must know how Zach needed to produce a successor to take over his dad's company. Which is why we had you act as a surrogate for us.
A surrogate? What the?
Aw, sorry to say it, but that means we're done with you now. Thanks for laying the groundwork for me, Zach, and our little one to live out the rest of our lives in happiness. But I'll be taking up the wheel from here, so you need to hurry up and get out of the car, if you catch my drift. By that, I mean he's divorcing you, lol. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I have to thank Zach for his efforts in tolerating you all this time so me and him could realize our dream of having a baby. We have our entire future to discuss. Hey, Zachykins! Long time no see. It's me, Beth.
Huh? Beth? Hi, yeah. It's been a while. Did I forget to block you? Bye.
Hey, wait! Don't be like that! Is that any way to speak to your future wife?
What the hell are you talking about? We broke up 5 years ago. I have a wife and kid now.
Yep, I know.
You knew, but you're still messaging me with this crap?
Obviously! Of all the guys I've dated, you were number one. The kindest, the funniest, the best looking, the tallest, and you had the fattest wallet. I heard through the grapevine you just had a baby, so I thought this was the perfect chance to discuss getting married.
What the? How did you know?
I saw the birth announcement on Freya, your temporary wife's Facebook page.
How did you find her account?
Teehee, I'm quite resourceful when I want to be. Don't worry, I sent her a text thanking her for everything she's done for us.
What? A text? How do you have her number?
So, get this. Just recently, I was speaking to Chris, one of mine and Freya's shared friends. I figured he'd have it, but when I asked, he said he didn't because they drifted apart. However, they were both still in an old group chat from way back. So we lifted it from there. Clever, right? I said I'd pay for all his drinks that evening if he gave me it. Suffice to say, I didn't need to ask him twice.
God damn it, Chris!
Anyway, shall we get down to business? When can I move in?
What?
What do you mean, what? You should be more enthusiastic about this. Now that Freya gave birth to our baby, you can get rid of her, right? What use is she now? If we leave it too long, the baby's gonna get attached to the wrong mom. We have to perform the mommy switch immediately. There's no time to waste.
What in God's name are you talking about? Cut it out! This isn't funny.
Good, because I'm not joking.
Freya is my wife, my kid's mother. You are neither. And you never will be.
What? OMG! Now that I think about it, you did marry her. What was it, 3 years ago? Uh-oh. You didn't develop feelings for her, did you?
What the hell kind of question is that? I married her precisely because I had feelings for her. Because that's how marriage works, isn't it? Our baby was born as a result of those feelings.
I guess it's not the weirdest thing in the world that you'd start to believe you had feelings for someone after 3 years together. Okay, it's decided. I'll be moving in with you this weekend.
What?
I'm gonna start getting ready straight away. Make sure you kick her out as soon as I get there, okay? It would just be awkward if we had a third wheel hanging around. Me, you, and our baby are gonna live happily ever after. It's time for our fairy tale to begin. My precious love pumpkin. You'll remember the feelings for me, and the flame of our passion will be reignited before you know it. I'm sure of it.
Do not come to our house!
Okay, baby. See you this weekend.
Freya? You didn't happen to get a weird message from a woman called Beth by any chance, did you?
Zach. Yes, I did. She said she's your real wife. She said I have to give her our baby. That I have to give her Matthew. I can't deny it, Zach. What she said terrified me. I locked myself in the bedroom with Matthew.
That woman! I can't believe she said all that crap to you. and barely 5 minutes after you've given birth.
Who is she?
She was one of the junior employees at the company I worked at before I changed jobs. For a time, she was my girlfriend.
What does "for a time" mean?
We only dated for 3 days. She started pestering me to buy her a $250 bag the day after she asked me out. She was so relentless that any interest I had in her basically disappeared straight away. The day after that, I found out she was cheating on me. I broke up with her on the spot. She begged me non-stop to get back with her for the whole 6 months until I left the company. It was so severe, I'm pretty sure I could have reported her to the cops for harassment.
I see. That explains a lot. Okay, I understand.
Do you believe me?
Of course I do, honey. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shocked at first. But when I calmed down and thought about what she was actually saying, I realized it was full of contradictions.
Contradictions?
First of all, she seemed to be completely unaware that your dad's company had gone bankrupt.
Really?
Yeah, she said you needed a son to inherit the business. When I realized that, it dawned on me that she probably also didn't know you married into my family and took my name.
I see. Anyway, I'm just happy you were able to keep such a cool head and think things through logically. I'm so sorry to drag you into my past, babe. I know this is the last thing you need right now.
Don't be silly, Zach. You have nothing to apologize for. Nothing you could have done would have prevented your psycho ex and this creepy baby-stealing crusade of hers.
Thank you. I feel a lot better hearing you say that. That said, I have absolutely no idea where she is or what she's gonna do, and she's clearly got a screw loose. So I think it would be best to take a few precautions just in case she does anything dangerous.
I couldn't agree more.
I just got off the train. I'll be home in 10 minutes.
Okay, got it.
Zach! It's me, your one and only soulmate, Beth! I just arrived. Where are you? You're not out, are you?
What? You seriously came?
Of course!
Didn't you say you were coming at the weekend?
Listen, about that. They stopped the water and gas supply at my apartment. All I did was forget to pay the bills for a few months. I mean, seriously, what kind of company does that? The landlord caught wind of it and kicked me out. I mean, seriously, what kind of landlord does that? Not like it matters though, cause I'm gonna be your wife starting from today.
Freya is my wife!
Sure, for now. I can't pretend it doesn't stink a little that you married another woman. But I know it was a necessary evil, and we were never gonna be able to have a baby if we didn't use her. So, I can live with it. You need to get rid of her ASAP though. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives! We can finally be together forever! Me, you, and our baby. Let's build a life full of warmth, love, and happiness.
By the way, where are you?
In front of your house, sweetie. I rang the doorbell, but you or Freya are nowhere to be seen.
We're both at home.
Huh? Really? Open the door then, silly. I'm gonna freeze out here.
That's strange. I can't see anyone outside.
What? You can't? That really is strange. This is the place your parents gave you, right?
Huh? Oh, my parents' place. Well, that explains it. That's not where we are.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't mind waiting. I'll be here till you get back, okay? Hey, Zach, where are you?
Why are you spam calling me?
I accidentally filed for marriage with your little brother!
What?
I got carried away in all the excitement and I didn't realize it was his name on the papers! So it all went down like this. I was waiting outside your parents' house when Jack and your parents came back, right? They were absolutely thrilled when I told them I came to marry their son. We were all in a great mood, so we decided to go to the registry office together straight away. I mean, no time like the present, right? But just as I was checking through the documents at reception after everything had been finalized, I realized the name written on the husband column wasn't Zach, but Jack! What am I supposed to do now? This can't be happening! Where does this leave our plan to live a happily ever after with our new baby? We have to do something!
Sorry, but this has nothing to do with me. Fix it yourself.
Why?
I'm not in contact with any of my family. I cut them out of my life way back.
Huh? What the? Why?
By the way, my brother Jack just got through his third divorce. My toxic parents have played favorites with us ever since we were kids. I always got treated like crap while the golden boy got showered with love and affection. He always got whatever he wanted. Not only that, but they have a habit of bullying and manipulating his wives financially. As a result, it became an established tradition for his wives to run away in secret in the middle of the night. Each and every one of them demanded compensation through the divorces for how horribly they were treated. Word of my parents' behavior made its way to my dad's company, and its reputation took an enormous hit, which it proved incapable of surviving. That's why it went bankrupt.
Your dad's company went bankrupt?
All he has left to show for the years of blood, sweat, and tears that went into building it now is debt, and lots of it.
Debt?
I gotta admit, I didn't think anyone would be crazy enough to marry into that family again. But needless to say, they didn't give up in their hunt for new victims. And if anything, probably stepped it into high gear after the bankruptcy. You showed up out of the blue offering your hand in marriage must have been a godsend to them. It's only natural they'd be over the moon. You should have been more specific about which son you meant.
Wait, what? No! You're my husband, not Jack! You! Save me quickly, please!
You know, it's funny. I don't think you're even aware, but this whole time, you've been harping on about the baby. You never once asked about its name or gender, did you? Come to think of it, you literally haven't shown an interest at all.
Huh?
It just proves that the baby was only ever a tool for you to get what you wanted and obtain your twisted vision of a happy life. Is there a man on earth who'd want to marry a woman like that?
You do, right? It's you I want.
You know what? I'm just gonna block you. First of all, I cut the friend who leaked Freya's private information to my psycho ex out of my life after giving him hell for what he did. Both Freya and I changed our phone numbers, and we took all legal measures we possibly could. I'm already in the process of changing jobs again, and we plan on moving away before the end of this year. As for Beth, she now lives in a hellish world of her own creation. Jack and my parents, determined not to let bride number 4 escape, put in place a rigorous system of rules, restraints, and surveillance, not to mention took control of her bank account. On top of that, they're constantly reminding her of her duties and obligations to provide them with a grandchild and successor. I hear she still hasn't told them she has a genetic condition that makes her incapable of having children. I can't say I feel bad for her. They're all as bad as each other, and they all deserve everything they get. I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of entertaining watching it all play out from the sidelines.
Hey, Randy, you there? About this coming week. You know we have that 5-day holiday break. I'm going on a trip with a friend of mine. Just letting you know.
Huh? Really? I thought you were going to visit your folks.
Huh? Was I?
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. That you were looking forward to seeing your folks. You said your friend back home had a baby, so you were going to stay with your folks and visit her.
Oh yeah, right. I plan to go see my friend and afterward check in with my folks and then meet up with my other friend for the trip. Kinda busy, I know, but, you know.
Oh, I see. Not much time to see your folks. Won't they be a bit disappointed?
Yeah, well, I talk to them constantly, so they won't mind. I had a really hectic schedule and I forgot to mention all that. I was just thinking about the trip.
Oh yeah, right.
My last day at work is on Thursday, so right after I work, I plan to drive to my folks' place, check out my friend, and then meet up with my friend for the trip.
So, you'll be gone the whole week? Back on Tuesday or so?
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right then. Have fun and say hi to your folks for me.
You got it. Alrighty, all packed and ready to go.
All packed, huh?
Yeah, ready for some rest and relaxation.
Right. Hope you have fun.
Thanks. Off to my folks' place and then meet up with my friend for that beach resort. Can't wait.
Hey, Andrea! Have you arrived at the resort?
Oh, hi, Randy. Yeah, just checked in. What's up?
There's something I need to tell you. It's urgent.
Sorry. My friend and I were just about to take a dip in the ocean. Can this wait?
This is no time for swimming. I said this is urgent and I mean it.
Come on, Randy. I need this time to relax. Can we do this later? I really don't need this right now. It's my R&R.
I'm sorry to interrupt your little love affair. Your parents were in a traffic accident.
Huh? Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I'm really being super patient here. I thought I could keep my cool, but I'm actually a bit confused. Should I just continue to stay calm or should I just go off the deep end? But considering your parents, I'm gonna remain composed.
Right. You're not making much sense. What's this about my folks? An accident, did you say?
Yes. Your folks went out shopping and this car came out of nowhere and skidded toward them. They smashed into a guardrail.
What? Are you serious?
Absolutely serious. They were transferred to a nearby hospital.
They were... what? I really can't believe this. Are you making all this up or something? Trying to get me to cut my vacation short? And this nonsense about me having an affair or something.
Yeah, well, let's leave that aside for now. What we should be worrying about is your parents. I'm not making all this up. They're in the ER now and the doctors are operating on them. I need you to get back here as soon as possible.
I can't do that. Besides, I don't believe you. Randy, pulling one of your silly pranks to get back at me. I really don't need this now. I'm resting and relaxing. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not in the mood for your stupid pranks.
It's no prank! I'm telling you the truth.
I'm on vacation and I don't want any interruptions. I'm going to block you. See you in a few days.
Maybe you didn't hear me right. The accident, your parents, it's all true. This is no joke. Call the Memorial Hospital downtown and they'll verify it. At least do that if you don't believe me. Andrea, pick up! I can't believe you. You really blocked me. And where the hell are you staying? At least give me the address.
Hey, Randy. I'm home. You there? Wow, what a vacation. I needed that. I unblocked you. Hey, you there? I just turned off the exit. Should be home in about 30 minutes. And for your information, I stopped by my folks' place and they were there. No problem.
Oh yeah? That beach resort was way out of the way from your parents' place. Weird that you'd be able to see your folks and already be back. You didn't even stop by last Thursday, did you? Oh, and how was your friend? Cute baby, I bet. Oh, and by the by, I'm at your parents' place right now.
Huh? You're where?
Your younger brother, who lives pretty far away, as you know, arrived a few days ago too.
Huh? Why is he here?
Have you not been listening? Oh, yeah. You had your phone turned off and enjoying the beach. Why do you think he's here? For God's sakes! Your folks are still in the hospital, that's why!
Wait a sec.
Well, luckily the accident wasn't fatal. Injury to the head, a severe concussion, but they are sedated now. Just hope there are no complications later on.
So this wasn't a prank. It was all true. Really? You said Memorial Hospital, right? I better get over there.
Too late for visits. Even if you did visit, they probably wouldn't want to see you. Visiting hours are over.
Huh? Why wouldn't they want to see me?
Before the accident, I talked to your folks about your affair. I wanted to get their advice on what I should do. Fortunately, they are of sound mind now. We were very worried at first, but thank God it turned out okay. They are completely aware that you didn't cut your vacation short and come rushing to their side. You can imagine how disappointed they were.
Huh? They know all about the trip? That I wasn't there for them?
That's right. Now that you unblocked me, let me get right down to it, if I may.
Right down to what?
The problem that we had before all this happened to your parents. The problem of your infidelity. Mr. James O'Connor, sales manager at the company you work at.
Huh? Why do you...
That's the guy who you're seeing, right? You're seeing this guy, James, was it? For 5 years or so. That means you've been seeing each other even before we got married. As a matter of fact, you knew each other before we even started dating.
Wait a second! Stop right there! I don't need to hear this!
I also know that Mr. O'Connor is a relative of the company's CEO. Apparently, people at the office knew of your relationship, but due to the consequences to their careers if they even hinted about it, most kept their mouths shut. Seems I was your little puppet, a cover for you guys, a convenient loser to cover up your relationship.
But how did this get out?
Well, Mrs. O'Connor just couldn't keep quiet about it any longer. She long suspected her husband, but never really had any concrete proof. So, she hired a private investigator and gathered a considerable amount of evidence about you guys. You know what else? She also contacted me and provided me with all the evidence that she had collected.
Are you serious? He told me it was all okay, that nobody knew about us, that I had nothing to worry about.
Also, as I said earlier, I'm at your parents' home right now. When you were having fun, or should I say cheating on me at some beach resort, I got all my stuff packed up and out of that house.
Huh? You moved out? Why?
Obviously because we're getting divorced, that's why. Do you really expect me to continue living with you after you've been cheating on me for years and using me as some sort of pawn? You can't be serious. So, I moved all my stuff to my parents' place and drove over here. You're not gonna deny me the divorce, are you? I mean, I do have a lot of evidence about your affair. You're actually not in a very good position.
But I was only... Ugh, the heck with it. If it's all out in the open now and everyone knows, so be it. I love James and I always have. There, I said it. And needless to say, James loves me too. Yeah, divorce. Yeah, go for it. I don't give a damn. You want compensation, I suppose. Well, James will pay for that, no problem.
Oh yeah? Alright. So you have no objections about getting divorced and you're willing to pay compensation. Is that right?
Yeah. Let's just get this over with. I just got a text from James. Seems his wife also packed up and left him. Went to her parents' home, it seems. This means I have nowhere else to go but to his place. That's fine with me. Actually, that's what I wanted all along. Funny how things work out, huh? About the divorce papers. I'll sign that and send it to you later. Can I go now? Hey Randy, what's up? About that divorce. Let's forget about it. What do you say?
Huh? Excuse me?
Well, it seems James, he's no longer the sales manager.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Seems Mrs. O'Connor is the vice president of the parent company you work for or something, right?
Yeah. This is the first I'm hearing of it too.
You and James worked at the same marketing division, right? Is it really true that you guys would go on supposed sales visits, but then check into a motel or something? And not just once, but like every chance you got? It's a miracle you kept it secret for so long. The section chief was concerned about your schedule. He apparently suspected what you guys were up to. Guess you guys finally pissed off the wrong people. As for James, he got transferred to some far-off branch office somewhere. Weren't you also bumped down to administration? Doing filing work, right? Whew, big cut of your salary, I heard.
That's right. How could they? No way I can marry James anymore. That's for certain. And with this pay decrease, how am I supposed to survive? I can't pay compensation to you if I get divorced, so could we just, forget the whole thing?
Like nothing ever happened, huh? Just sweep it all under the rug.
That's right. That's exactly right. And it would be the best way to get my folks to forgive me. We make up and they'll let bygones be bygones. I'm sure of it. This would also be the best option for you too, right?
You're really pathetic.
Huh?
I can't believe you. Do you have your head on backwards? Don't you have any common sense? Let bygones be bygones? Give me a break.
But that's the only choice I have.
No matter how many times you apologize or plead for my forgiveness, I will never, ever forget what you did to me. And for that matter, to your folks. It's inconceivable to think that we would ever get back together again. I would rather die than do that.
Then what am I supposed to do from now on? What can I do to get back with you and to get out of paying the compensation?
Like I said, there is no such thing as getting back together again. Get that through your head. As for compensation, you'll pay that one way or another. I'll make sure of that.
Huh? But Randy, please.
The divorce is gonna happen one way or another. Mark my words. Same thing goes for the compensation. Get it through your head. You will pay the amount that my lawyer presented to you yesterday. Sorry, but there is no other option for you.
You're serious, aren't you? Please, Randy. Randy, are you there? Please pick up. Please help me. Let me stay at your place. Please. I brought some of my luggage. I'm right outside. Please let me in. And I also resigned from the company today. I'm not the old Andrea anymore. So let me in and I'll do my best to be a good housewife. I'll do anything you want. What do you say? Please, Randy, help me out. I mean, we did fall in love and marry, right? Please open the front door, would you? Randy, you there? I've been waiting out here for 30 minutes already. Where are you at? Please open up, would you?
Excuse me, but are you a stalker now? This is really creeping me out, to tell you the truth.
Huh? Stalker?
You stay any longer and I'm going to call the police.
Call the police? Your wife is just visiting your folks' place. What's wrong with that? No need to call the cops.
I already submitted the divorce papers.
Huh? You already submitted them?
Yeah. I was gonna wait until I received the first payment from you, but your brother felt really bad about this whole mess and paid the entire amount to me on your behalf. You better work things out with him.
Huh? My brother? Really?
Don't think you're off the hook. He said he was gonna make you pay every cent back, however long it takes.
He's going to make me pay it all back?
Oh, finally arrived.
Huh? What finally arrived?
That van your brother is driving? It just arrived in front of the house. Take a look behind you.
Huh? What the hell is this?
Your brother got one of his friends to find you a job. You should be grateful. You're leaving for a live-in job somewhere. Lucky you brought some of your stuff. I heard it's pretty far.
Why the hell is my brother even here?
You disappeared last week after all the ruckus. But we figured you'd show up here one of these days. So we were prepared for you. Actually, you got here sooner than expected. Glad you waited out there for 30 minutes. Gave him time to get here.
No, this is not happening. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna get back together with you and be a full-time housewife.
Are you still going on about that?
But you still love me, right? I mean, I certainly love you, Randy. The feeling is mutual, right?
Before I learned you were cheating on me, I had some affection for you, true. But now, I loathe you. I can't stand to even see you anymore.
Huh? Loathe me? You're kidding!
How could you be so surprised? After what you did to me, I never want to see you ever again!
But, please, Randy!
I always thought it was weird that she was so stuck on me. Guess they needed me as an alibi or some kind of convenient cover for her love affair. She figured she had me wrapped around her little finger to do as she pleased. She got me all wrong. I wasn't that stupid. As soon as she came crawling to my parents' place, figured it'd be about a week or so, I called her younger brother right away. He immediately came by, put her in his van against her will, and drove off. Several months after that, her parents were finally permitted to come home. They didn't return to their old home, but decided to buy a small apartment nearby, closer to the park and shopping center. They figured their daughter would come crawling back to them once her debts were paid. It'll probably take a few years at least, but you never know. They may even sell the place before long. Besides, it's only the two of them. They really don't need a huge house for themselves. As for me, I've been offered a position on the East Coast and figured I would move there with my folks. It would be a great change of scenery, and maybe down the line I'll meet someone special.
Hey, Patty, how you been?
Excuse me, but may I ask who this is?
Hey, come on, you forgot a dear friend. It's me, Margaret. You know, your dear old childhood friend.
You got me stumped. I can't recall anybody by that name. I don't have a friend named Margaret.
Come on, stop kidding around. Think real hard. Margaret!
Yeah, I remember. I blocked you online. How did you access me anyways?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Why did you block me? I mean, we are friends, right? How could you block me? But I switched smartphones and got unblocked.
Huh? Are you serious? Don't tell me you don't know why you were blocked. As I recall, there was something about stealing my boyfriend from me. I blocked you because I never wanted to talk to you again. So maybe you should get your own life and stop interfering in mine.
Huh? Are you still mad about that? Patty, I never took you for the hard-headed type.
So you called me to make fun of me, is that it? If you have nothing to say, gonna block you. Sorry. I'm pretty sure the earth revolves around the sun and not you. Goodbye.
Hey, come on, wait! I'm sorry. I contacted you because I wanted a favor.
A favor? You want a favor from me? You really got the nerve, asking me for a favor.
Come on, just hear me out. Well, guess what? I got married. It's all official as of yesterday. Submitted the forms at City Hall.
Oh yeah? I'm bursting with joy.
Guess who my new hubby is?
Let's see. Okay, I give up.
The correct answer is Daniel. Are you surprised? Say it. Surprised, right? Yeah, I know. Pretty shocked, huh? I mean, he was your ex-boo.
Oh yeah, that Danny, huh? You guys were still going out, I take it. I'm surprised it lasted so long.
Yeah, if you played it right, you'd be his wife. Too bad, huh? Sorry, didn't intend to walk down the aisle before you.
I'm okay with it. Do what you like. Besides, I really don't care what you guys do. To be honest, I'm relieved you guys are no longer a part of my life.
Come on. I can almost feel the envy oozing out of you. And FYI, Danny fell in love with me. It wasn't some fling.
What were you contacting me about? If you're just gonna yap all day, I don't have the time.
Come on, wait. I messaged you because we want you to come to our wedding.
Huh? Are you being serious? Who invites a husband's ex-girlfriend to their wedding? Is it happy hour over there?
I'm serious. I mean, you are my one and only childhood friend. Danny and I planned really hard for this wedding. I really want you there. Do you know how much he spent on our wedding preparations? $50,000. Can you believe it? And he was like, here, pay for it with this. And plop the cash on the table just like that. Don't you think that's awesome?
I'm head over heels happy for you.
I sent you an invitation, but I haven't received it yet. Did have RSVP on it. That's French for please reply. I've been waiting all this time for a reply.
I never got an invitation.
Well, I suppose you've always been a bit unorganized. Not much time for the wedding, so I can't resend it. Just say you'll attend now and I'll take care of the rest.
I think I'll pass. Do you really think I would go?
Huh? Why not? Why won't you attend? You just said you don't care what we do. Come on, it'll be fun.
I said I don't care, but I don't have to like it. You do know that I know your folks as well as Danny's. If I attended, it would be awkward as hell. I don't want to go out of my way to feel uncomfortable, so forget about it.
Huh? Please, come on. You don't even have to bring a wedding gift. Just attend.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I said no. I wouldn't go even if you paid me.
A real friend you are. That's why you'll never marry. If you attend the wedding, I'll introduce you to a bunch of nice single guys. You don't want to be single all your life, do you?
Thanks for the words of wisdom. Anyway, I have a lot of work to do. Don't have the time. Also, too much of a hassle to go back to the States just for a wedding.
Back to the States? What do you mean?
I'm working overseas now. Got a new job a while back.
Huh? Seriously?
That's right. So I don't have the time or energy to attend the wedding. My husband's pretty busy around this time of year too.
Wait, Patty? Are you married? When did this happen? Why didn't you say anything?
I'm sorry. Do I have to report everything to you?
Who is this husband of yours? What's he do? Is he foreign? What's his job?
I have zero obligation to tell you anything about my private affairs. What's it got to do with you anyway?
Come on, no harm in telling me. Or is it some guy you can't introduce? Fat and bald, something like that? Yeah, I remember guys like that always fell for you.
What's that supposed to mean? FYI, he's American. And I think you know him too.
Huh? Who?
I'm sure you know. Gary.
Huh? Gary? Gary? Our classmate Gary? Wasn't his father the CEO of that major corporation? That Gary? You got married to Gary? You're pranking me. I know it.
I'm serious. I guess we've been married going on 5 years now.
Wait. You know perfectly well that I had a crush on Gary for forever. Why are you, of all people, married to Gary?
When I worked at my other office, we had an opportunity to work together, and one thing led to another. I led the team that worked closely with Gary's company. We also lived nearby, met often for work, and eventually privately. Then, before we knew it, we were married.
That's not fair. Give it back.
Huh? Give what back?
Gary, he has always been my guy. Why is he with you?
Sorry, but he is definitely not your guy. Besides, you never even went out with him, as I recall. As a matter of fact, Gary said you were stalking him. Says he almost called the cops.
Hey, is Gary there with you? Let me talk to him, please. I'll convince him that I am the perfect girl for him. Please, let me just talk to him.
Sorry, he says he'll pass. Says he never liked your self-serving ways, especially your forcefulness. You really should take it down a notch. Besides, what do you plan to do even if you do convince him? Which would never happen, of course. We're both married. You are aware of that, right?
I'm going to marry Gary, and nobody can stop me. I am way better for him than you. I'll trade him for Danny. You take Danny and I'll marry Gary. Swap husbands.
Margaret, are you on drugs? Swap husbands? How's that even possible? I thought you guys fell in love.
No, I always loved Gary. He was the only one. I started going out with Danny because Gary just didn't seem interested in girls. So, what do you say we all get divorced and start over? Then we get married to our true loves. Come on, Patty. You always liked Danny. You can have him back, so please. You get back with Danny and I live happily ever after with Gary. Everybody's happy. Okay, when do we start?
Never going to happen. Everybody will just end up being miserable. The whole idea is totally preposterous. No way I'm getting back with him.
Why? Why did you do this? Why didn't you tell me you got married to Gary? You didn't even invite me to your wedding.
Why would I do such a stupid thing? Besides, we only invited family and close friends to our wedding. Nothing elaborate.
Oh, yeah? Figures. One of those cheapo weddings, huh? Unlike you, we invited all our friends and relatives and spent close to $50,000. So there, a real extravagant wedding to say the least.
Oh yeah? Our after-wedding party was quite an event though. All our friends and office people showed up at the after-wedding part. Really was unforgettable. We had close to 1,000 people attend.
1,000? No way! How much did all that cost?
Nah, it wasn't that expensive. Probably covered the whole thing with monetary gifts. Everyone gave like 100 to 200 euros each.
But that's just an after-wedding get-together, right? The wedding is the important thing. Just family and close friends. How cheesy. For me, we're gonna have an extravagant affair at one of the top hotels downtown. Limousine and all. How about you? Where'd you have the wedding?
Our wedding? We held it on Santorini Island in Greece. They say it's the most beautiful island in the world. The scenery, it was breathtaking. We only invited a small number of people, so we were really able to enjoy the scenery. Gotta say, it was the happiest day of my entire life.
What the hell is going on here? You, of all people, marry the love of my life. You have a wedding in Greece, for God's sake. Congratulated by all your friends and relatives. This is not happening.
To be honest, I really don't know what you want from us. Just enjoy it. An extravagant $50,000 wedding. Sounds great. Go for it. Life's too short. You should be happy. Wait. Is the reason for inviting me to the wedding you don't have enough people showing up? Didn't get many of those RSVPs back or something like that? Okay, I get it now. That's why you wanted us to attend.
That's not it. That's not it at all. A bunch of people's attending. Friends, people from the office, everyone.
Oh, really? Maybe I should attend. Check it out for myself. I'm curious about how many people are going to show up.
I changed my mind. I don't want you to attend. I've officially uninvited you. Stay away from my wedding.
Calm down. Don't worry, I never intended to go anyways. But I gotta say I was surprised Danny married you. You roped him in nicely, I'll give you that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, he was a pretty well-known womanizer back in the day.
Huh?
When I was going out with him, he was always two-timing me. He was going out with 3 girls at one time. He loved those nightclubs, practically lived there. I got on his case about it a couple of times, but he wouldn't stop. Drinking until the wee hours of the morning, spending money on bar girls. But you know all that, and you accepted him. You're such a kind and understanding person.
What's all this? I never heard that. Two-timing nightclubs, bar girls?
Huh? Don't tell me you didn't know. Oh golly, forget what I just said. I just made it all up. A joke.
Wait, no one told me. How could I forget that? You didn't make it up, did you? It's no joke, is it?
Hey, calm down. He'll change once you get married. Oh, you are married. Once you start your life together. I mean, don't worry. Everything will turn out okay, I think.
If he doesn't change, what do I do? No way I can go through with this. This is not happening. Why me? What did I do to deserve this?
Margaret, can I go now? My kids will be back from kindergarten soon, so...
Kids? You have kids too?
Yeah. The older one is 4 and the younger one is 2. I have to go pick them up. Gonna hang up, okay?
Why do you get to be so happy? This is totally unfair. This is total BS.
Okay, calm down. I'm really busy, so I'm gonna hang up now, okay? See ya. Have a good life with Danny. After that, I took this opportunity to block Margaret's line messages. I changed my cell phone number too, just in case. After a while, I got a call from my mother, who still knows those circle of friends. Apparently, Margaret forced Danny to admit his two-timing ways. But Margaret's forceful badgering didn't sit well with Danny, and the two ended up in a furious argument. Although newlyweds, their romantic honeymoon was short-lived. I hear they are currently separated. The wedding ceremony was postponed, but the cancellation fee they were forced to pay was pretty significant. I hear it's probably going to be an ugly, drawn-out divorce.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.